Hi, and welcome to our little magical art world. Take a moment to breathe, make yourself a cup of tea, or maybe coffee, whatever you prefer. Settle in this calm video, and I hope it brings you a bit of peace and maybe a spark of creativity. Today, I want to play with a soft illustration that fits perfectly with this autumn day. Autumn is my favorite season of the year. It's when I create the most, when I feel the most like myself, and I am so happy I can invite you on a little creative journey this year. So, during the summer months, I wait for creativity to return. I usually have to push myself into art projects, so I don't do much art in summer. But the moment the leaves turn brown, red and yellow, everything comes back. And suddenly I have so many ideas that I don't even know where to start. In summer, I just try to survive and not to be burned up. But this year is a bit different though. My energy is even lower than usual. Because who would have thought that creating a tiny human in you takes so much strength? I definitely didn't. I expected a peaceful season. Well, it is peaceful, but it comes with its own challenges. Like my energy level, which is really low, so it takes me longer than usual to get things done. Except for cleaning, that suddenly comes easily to me. It wasn't like this before. I think my maternal instincts are starting to kick in. However, I would rather create art. What more can I tell you? Back to art. My creativity has shifted. I am drawing with more intention than in previous years. I think more about the details and I want to tell stories. Stories you can each interpret in your own way. I don't know where the change came from because in previous years I drew and drew. I didn't think I let my fingers and hands create for me. But now I feel the need to tell a story. Sometimes it's sad, sometimes it's happy, but I want my art to contain a piece of myself. During the summer, I tried some drawing courses because I taught myself the basics and I was curious to see if anything would change. And yes, it killed my creativity a little. When you draw circles, cylinders, and squares over and over again, you get bored. And that's what happened to me. So yes, it improved my perception of the 3D world. In some ways, I worked hard on anatomy, but again, I wasn't able to come up with anything interesting. It was as if my hand had lost the spark it used to have. So, when you combine pregnancy fatigue in the first trimester and the lack of appetite with an art course that kills even the last bit of fun in you, it's time for discipline. And luckily, I have a little bit of that. So I managed to get out of this wild cycle and now I want to create again. I want to come up with stories and then find out what you see in my stories. And here is my question for you. Do you feel a soul in it? A mood? An atmosphere? I could tell you what I intended, but I don't want to influence anyone. Each of us sees something different because each of us walks a different path. None of us walks in someone else's shoes, and that shapes the way we look at the world. So stay true to what you feel. But out of curiosity, I would love to know what you see in it. So leave a comment. I will be happy to read it. I want to tell you this, don't be afraid to create, even when you have no idea what to make. I also picked up a sheet of paper and stared at it like I lost my mind. For a good 10 minutes, I was just sketching random ideas and erasing them again. After a while, I opened good old Pinterest, looked through Inktober prompts, and found one that said leaves. And that was enough to get me started. Well, almost, because at first I saw the leaves and wondered, what could I do with them? I could feel that my creativity was faltering, but patience prevailed. And after more painstaking deliberation, I created the first leaf. Then I drew the acorn and finally the red berries. But even so, it still seemed empty to me, and the next day when I looked at the picture I drew, I said to myself, yeah, it's time to start recording and throw myself into drawing the fairy. Yeah, that's it, and that moment I felt the spark. Sometimes you have to let things take their course, and it will work out somehow. If you don't have any ideas like me, I have a suggestion for you. So, what if I gave you a few prompts too? Something simple, something fun. Prompt number 1 will be pumpkin. Prompt number 2, spider. I am looking through my room and I see one there, so spider is good prompt. And the last one, magical world. And I will try to create them with you. Let's just support creativity inside ourselves. Let's forget the internet for a moment. Forget the digital world that slowly eats away at our imagination. Let's change that. Let's build a community that grows together, supports each other, and makes art feel alive again. Because beginnings can be scary, but they can also be beautiful. And every line, every scribble, every failed sketch, it all leads somewhere, even if you don't see it yet. That's all for my pep talk. Thank you for creating with me today. Thank you for slowing down, for breathing, and for choosing to spend this moment in a quiet little corner of the world. If you try any of the prompts, I would love to see what you made. Share it with me or tag me in, or tell me in the comments what your creative journey looked like today. And remember, your art doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be yours. I will see you in the next video. Take care and keep creating. Enjoy the rest of this drawing video in silence.